We have a reservation for 40 people for a company event tonight. It's time for the event to start, but no one is here yet. I'm calling to confirm that the event is still on.
What is your problem? We changed the event to a different venue.
Trouble Busters!
I can't believe that you're opening up your own high-end Japanese restaurant. Are you sure that you're making the right decision? I don't think that you're cut out to manage a restaurant. I don't want to see you failing.
How could you be so cruel to me?
Well, when we were working at a restaurant together, you were completely useless. I never understood why you worked at a restaurant. You were really bad at your job. We were all laughing about you behind your back.
My name is Melanie, and I'm 40 years old. I've been married to my husband Alan for 15 years, and we have a 10-year-old son together, whose name is Todd. This is Nancy. Our kids go to the same school, and Nancy and I used to work at the same restaurant. I only hang out with her sometimes because our kids go to the same school, but I've never liked her. She's really mean. Nancy's father-in-law is a successful business person, and he recently handed over his company to his son, Ted, who is Nancy's husband. Because of this, Nancy seems to think that her family is better than everyone else's. I was getting ready to open up my new restaurant and was very excited. After my restaurant went into business, Nancy and a group of friends came to dine there.
Melanie, congratulations on your new restaurant. I love it. And the food is delicious too.
Do you really think so, or are you saying that to be polite? The food's not bad, but there are other restaurants just like this.
Melanie, you're very talented. It's amazing that you have your own restaurant. Not many people can accomplish something like this.
Melanie's not talented. She was a joke when we were working at the restaurant together.
But the food here is delicious. I haven't eaten this well in such a long time. I'm definitely coming back here with my family.
Thank you so much. I'm flattered that you think so.
Why is Melanie getting so many compliments? Doesn't make any sense. I hope that she doesn't get a big head because of this. Hey, Melanie, this food doesn't have any taste. I like to change my order.
I cooked the ingredients in a soup made with the finest salt and bonito flakes. I don't use any other seasonings to bring out the flavor of the ingredients. This special dish is one of our most popular.
I don't need you to explain the dish to me. Just change my order, okay? You should be grateful that we made the time to come here tonight.
Okay.
Look, my husband is planning a company dinner soon. If you like, I can suggest that he have the dinner here. I'm sure that you need his business. This place is so empty. 40 people will be at this dinner.
Thank you, Nancy. This is so kind of you. I'm going to work hard to give your husband and his employees a dinner that they won't forget. I was happy that Nancy was approving the quality of the food that I served here by offering to have her husband's company event at my restaurant. This was the first time that I had a reservation for so many people at the same time. I was excited to have this opportunity. On the day of the event, I went to the restaurant early to help prepare all the food. Yes, I got everything done in time. Now I just have to wait for everyone to arrive. That's odd. It's already 15 minutes past the start time, but no one is here yet. I hope that Nancy didn't give me the wrong date and time. I decided to give Nancy a call.
Hello? Melanie, how nice to hear from you. What's up?
We have a reservation for 40 people for a company event tonight. It's time for the event to start, but no one is here yet. I'm calling to confirm that the event is still on.
What is your problem? We changed the event to a different venue.
What? Why didn't you tell me that? I already prepared all the food. What am I supposed to do now?
We were in the mood for sushi tonight, so we decided to go elsewhere. I hope that you understand. Besides, I said it as a joke. I wasn't serious about holding a company event at your restaurant. Why would I pay a lot of money to eat mediocre food at your restaurant?
Nancy, this isn't fair and you're being very unreasonable. I can't believe that you would play a prank like this on me.
I was messing with you. Now you know your place, right? You were getting ahead of yourself and I needed to teach you a lesson. I had no intention of showing up tonight. Why don't you and your staff enjoy the food that you prepared? It's your fault for being so gullible in the first place. You're bad for not being able to see through me.
After we hung up the phone, Nancy sent me a photo of her enjoying sushi with her husband's employees. What was she thinking? I hated her so much. I wasn't going to put up with her any longer.
I'm having such a lovely time tonight. I made the right choice coming here instead of your stupid restaurant. The sushi here is absolutely delicious and we're all having so much fun.
Good for you.
I was only pretending to be your friend because you're such a loner and our kids happen to go to the same school. But to be honest, I never liked you. I'm gonna leave an online comment about your restaurant. Think of it as advice from me. You should close down your business before you start hemorrhaging money.
I checked the social media accounts of my restaurant. Nancy had left a rude and mean comment about my restaurant. I couldn't believe that this was happening to me. What did I do to deserve this kind of treatment from Nancy? I fell down onto my chair and began to cry.
Hey, Melanie, what's going on? I thought that you'd be busy with that company event. I came here to help. Thought that you'd need a hand. I don't know how helpful I can be. I'm here more for moral support.
Helen, thanks so much. I'm glad that you're here.
What's the matter, Melanie? What happened?
I then told Alan about everything that had happened with Nancy.
What the hell is wrong with Nancy? I never liked her superior attitude. You don't deserve this kind of treatment from her. What does she think she is? I'm not going to forgive her. No way! I hate her so much. But you don't have time to be upset. Trouble busters!
Nancy's calling me again. What does she want now?
I'm calling to see how you're doing. You must have so much time on your hands. Right now, we were just talking about you.
What is there to talk about?
I was telling everyone that we used to work at a restaurant together and that you were so ugly and shy that no one wanted you to serve them. I also told them that the rest of us had to do your job for you because you were so useless. Everyone was shocked when I told them that you just opened up your new restaurant. They were concerned but also thought that it was hilarious.
Nancy, what do you have against me? What did I ever do to you?
I'm trying to put you in your place because you just don't seem to get it. Your husband doesn't seem to make much money, so I'm sure that you felt the need to start your own business. But managing your own restaurant is not easy, and you just don't have the skills to do it. You need to get out before you start losing a lot of money and go into lots of debt. I'm trying to help you not ruin your life like that. I'd understand if you opened up a small shop for commoners, but we're talking about a high-end restaurant here. You simply don't have the means to manage such a restaurant.
You're on speakerphone right now, and this is Melanie's husband, Alan, speaking. On what grounds are you assuming that Melanie and I are poor?
I can sense that you two are complete losers, that's all. I mean, look at the way that you both dress. I can tell by interacting with Melanie that she's not rich like I am. I'm fairly certain that you don't make much money either. You should persuade Melanie to close down her restaurant before she makes a big fool out of herself.
So you must be filthy rich then.
In fact, I am. My husband's family owns a large enterprise. We're loaded. I'm married to a successful CEO. But that doesn't mean that I'm a housewife. I still work at the restaurant that Melanie used to work for. The people at the restaurant value me so much that they won't let me quit even if I wanted to. Melanie quit the restaurant as soon as she got married, and that says something about her.
Did you hear the news about the CEO of Big Japan having an affair with one of his employees? Is that your husband, by the way? And is it true that you found him and his lover going at it?
I don't know what you're talking about, and where would you hear something like that?
More importantly, do you think that it is acceptable for the wife of the CEO of Big Japan to write slander about my wife's restaurant and also make a fake reservation, wasting food for 40 people?
What does that have to do with anything? Where do you get all this information from?
I wonder what your husband would think when he finds out about what you did.
How do you know my husband?
After that, Alan flew into a rage.
What you did to Melanie is unacceptable and you need to apologize to her ASAP. If you don't, I'm going to cancel all our contracts with your husband's company.
What in the world are you talking about? Explain it to me.
I'm the CEO of Travis World. I'm going to cancel all of our existing contracts with Big Japan.
Travas World? You've got to be kidding. There's no way that. How is that even possible? Your company owns that huge shopping mall in the center of town.
That's right.
So this means that Melanie's the wife of the CEO of Travis World? This is unbelievable. It can't be true, can it?
It's true. There's no point in lying about something like this, and I won't forgive you for mistreating her.
Melanie, why didn't you say anything?
Do you know that it's illegal to cancel a reservation without notifying the other party? Melanie has the right to sue you for what you did to her. And in your case, you did this out of spite, meaning that the punishment is going to be heavier. You could go to jail or be ordered to pay a heavy fine. You do understand that, don't you?
Jail? Why would I need to go to jail for something like this? It was only a petty squabble between two friends. Please don't make such a big deal out of this. I'm sure that what you heard from Melanie was an exaggerated version. It was just a harmless joke.
It's too late to make any excuses. I was listening to everything that you said to Melanie earlier, and you were absolutely cruel to her. I recorded the whole thing, so you can't deny it. I'm going to use it as evidence when I notify the police. I also have a go-to lawyer, so you can't get away with this.
Look, I'll pay the cancellation fees in full, so please forgive me. I mean, Melanie and I are friends. There's no way that she would take this to court.
Melanie never considered you her friend. She was only being polite because our kids go to the same school. We'll be seeing you in court.
I was so glad to have Alan by my side. He was such a caring and kind husband. At that moment, I fell more in love with him and respected him even more.
I recently found out that Nancy's married to the CEO of Big Japan. Her husband's company rents out 3 store spaces in my mall. But then, one of the employees found out that the CEO of Big Japan was having an affair with one of his employees.
I see.
I'm not comfortable working with someone that betrays their marriage partner like that. Anyway, Nancy found out about the affair as well, and she made a huge scene at one of her husband's stores inside the mall. Nancy physically attacked her husband's lover in public.
I can imagine Nancy doing something like that.
Anyway, someone must have called the police. They stopped the fight and questioned Nancy. She looks like a monster, like this.
You should see yourself in the mirror right now. I'm going to have nightmares about Nancy tonight.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Nancy truly is a monster, though. The things that she will do to get her way, unbelievable.
I totally agree with you. The other customers at the mall were shocked and we got complaints about Nancy after she attacked her husband's lover in public. Some of the customers told us that they didn't want that shop in our mall anymore. They weren't happy about the fight that took place there. I spoke to Nancy's husband after the fight took place and warned him that we would have no choice but to cancel our contract with them if any more issues arose. Big Japan is going to take a big hit if we cancel all 3 contracts with them at the mall. I also found out that Nancy and her husband are in a loveless marriage. They have separate bedrooms, and Nancy only married her husband for his money.
I had no idea that you were doing business with Nancy's husband. What a small world. Had I known, I would have been more supportive. I'm sorry that I've been so preoccupied with my new restaurant.
Thank you, Melanie. It means a lot to me to hear you say that.
The following Saturday, I made my way to my restaurant. I started preparing the ingredients in time for the opening hours. I then got a sudden visit from Nancy and her husband. They had come to apologize to me, it seems.
I've come here to apologize for my wife's inappropriate behavior. I'm so sorry for all the trouble that she caused you in your restaurant.
Nice to see you again, Ted. I'm here to help out my wife. Weekends are busy at her restaurant. What is this regarding?
Nancy, I need you to apologize.
I'm sorry about what I did to you, Melanie.
You don't sound like you mean it, Nancy.
You told me to apologize and I did. What more do you want from me?
I apologize for my wife's behavior. I'm truly sorry. Please let us know how we can make this up to you. I understand how disappointed you are with Big Japan right now. I just hope that you'll continue to do business with us. The 3 shops in your shopping mall have the highest sales numbers, so if we can't continue to operate there, it would mean huge losses for us. We promise not to jeopardize the reputation of your shopping mall ever again.
But take a look at Nancy. She's only here because you made her come here. She's not sorry at all.
Nancy, what's the matter with you? Show some respect. If we can't continue to do business with Travis World, there's a high chance that Big Japan will go bankrupt. Is this what you really want? Don't you understand the gravity of what you've done?
No, I don't. I told you that it was just a harmless joke between 2 friends. Why won't you believe me? This is all Melanie's fault. And then she told her husband and made me look like the bad person.
How can you say that? You made a fake reservation using my company's name and failed to show up. What you did is a crime.
As for my online comment, I merely wrote the truth. I didn't do anything wrong.
Are you so sure about that? Take a look at what the other users wrote in response to your comment.
See? He's threatening me again. I'm the victim here. I'll take a look at the comments now. Huh? I don't get it. What's going on here?
I take my job very seriously, and because of that, the customers of this restaurant are satisfied with our services. That is why they defended me when you posted slander about my restaurant. I was very touched by their words.
I don't understand why so many people are so supportive toward you. It's not fair that you're happier than I am. You don't deserve to be. You're ugly and completely useless. What does your husband see in you? And I couldn't get over the fact that you quit the restaurant as soon as you got married. It just didn't seem fair. I'm married to a CEO as well, but I'm still working at that restaurant. What makes you so much better than me? I don't understand.
You just don't get it, do you, Nancy? Melanie is a kind and intelligent woman. She's so much more than you ever will be. Melanie isn't superficial like you are. Why do you care that Melanie quit her job after she got married? You have no right to judge her. Am I right, Ted?
That's right. Melanie's the bigger person here.
Hey, you're my husband. You should be defending me, you idiot. You owe me one, remember? I just caught you with your lover the other day. I wish I had married someone that was smarter. Someone that's graduated university at the very least.
I finally understand now. I thought that you loved working at the restaurant. That's why I never asked you to quit. Does this even matter right now?
You're a shitty husband, you know that? I should have never married a loser like you. I totally regret it now. I wish I could start all over again.
Why are you trying to blame this on your husband? Take responsibility for what you did. Your husband works hard and you should respect him for it. If you had been more supportive, he may not have cheated on you.
What do you know about my marriage? Stop being so condescending. I was pleasantly surprised when I bumped into Alan at our children's school. I want him to realize that he should be with someone like me and not you. That's why I was trying to get Melanie out of the way.
You're not making any sense and you're being very selfish. I'm not going to forgive you.
It's not fair that you get to open your own restaurant and also have the perfect marriage. You don't deserve to be happy. That's why I've been trying to make things hell for you. I was jealous, okay? I mean, I'm more beautiful than you and I have more friends. Why would Alan want to stay married to someone dull like you? It just doesn't make sense. If anyone should own a high-end restaurant, it should be me and not you. You're too greedy. That's why you need to be punished.
I didn't do anything wrong. I just worked really hard for my own happiness.
Well, I'm not apologizing to you anymore. This is all Melanie's fault and I want this restaurant to close down.
What are you doing? Stop that!
Nancy, stop!
What the hell is wrong with this woman? She's delusional. She and her husband are going to pay for this. Yes, the police have arrived. This way, please.
What's going on? What are they doing? Why am I the one getting arrested? This is so unfair. Ted, do something about this. Melanie, tell them that we were just arguing and nothing more. We're friends, aren't we?
No, we're not friends, and you need to pay for what you did. Nancy was arrested and Alan canceled all 3 contracts with Big Japan. But after Ted moved his restaurants to a new place, the location was so bad that he hardly had any customers. Just as Ted predicted, it looked like it was only a matter of time before Big Japan went bankrupt. As for the food that I prepared for the 40 people that never showed up, Alan and I vacuum packaged them and put them in the freezer. We were going to hand these out as free samples to customers of the shopping mall. If they like my food, they may end up coming to my restaurant for a meal. The people that had a taste of my food quickly became fans and my restaurant business picked up fast. I heard that Nancy and her husband got divorced.
Yes, I saw that coming.
Nancy and her husband had a son together, but he was sent to live with Nancy's parents. Nancy's parents were furious when they found out about what she had done to me and kicked her out of the family. They took custody of their grandson and forbade her from seeing him. Nancy lost her family and friends because of what she did, and she now lives a very lonely and poor life.
Hey, let's forget about Nancy. She's a waste of our time.
My restaurant business was doing very well, and I was really busy. I was so grateful for the support of Alan and our son Todd. I couldn't have done all this without them. Trouble Busters!